Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and the Philippine Adventures. Gloves. Because I'm outside not doing anything, but I helped him take those panels up on the roof, solar. But today I want to talk about transformers and step up and step down transformers for electrical. Something you guys need to be aware of. If you come into the Philippines, you might need to look and make sure that your appliances, your tools, your drills, all that stuff has the 110, 220 volt capabilities. If you don't have that, you can actually buy what they call a step up or step down transformer depending on where you're going. And I bought mine at the Korean surplus. Actually, I learned years ago that that I burned up a brother laser printer because I did not look at that, and I plugged the 110, it's only 110, into a 220, and it caught on fire. Burnt that up. I mean, within it didn't take 1 minute. The thing was gone. So what you need to do is make sure, if you're coming to the Philippines, make sure that you have your appliance, your tools and things like that, or just get a transformer when you get here. It's not a major expense. It's not something that you're going to spend a lot of money on, but it's something that you really need to think about when you're coming here. Something as simple as a transformer. We get step up and step down. You can buy them anywhere. You might could just buy one there in U.S. and bring it with you when you come. But I notice a lot of times, a lot of the guys just come here and they just plug it in, but you can't really do this. Now this house right here that we have here is wired 220 volt. That house over there that I have there is wired 110 volt. With the main lines coming into here, and I just had them use the one leg going over to the house. And so it's just used that way. And then that way I have 110 there, 220 here. It's no worries. It's just, I did it that way because, believe it or not, it's cheaper instead of running at 220 volt. They say 220 is cheaper than running a 110, but I've done it both ways here in the Philippines, and I had 3 apartments prior to this, and by far the 110 volt is cheaper for me personally here in Maragma. Because I'm not pulling all the volts out of it. It's not flowing in so much. I'm only using 110. Now the appliances I have here, like the fridge, stove, stuff that I have, even this oven can work on 110, 220 volt. And it's an emblem right on your transformer or right on the wiring. It lets you know that you can actually use 110 or 220 volt. Sometimes if it has no emblem, you just better go ahead and get a transformer just to make sure. Because you don't want to burn up your wonderful drill or fridge or whatever that you bring with you from U.S. I did have a friend bring a small fridge from U.S. and I told him, I said, you're going to need a transformer. He goes, oh, no, it'll work both. And it fried it, and it fried it. He got it fixed because luckily guys here can fix that, and they fixed that for him. But he has to use the transformer to do it. Also, to make sure you get a good quality one if you're going to do it. Sometimes they overheat and get hot. I just buy mine from the surplus, Korean surplus, and Japan surplus. They seem to be more the better quality than the China, a lot better quality than the China. Even U.S. it's better quality than some of the stuff they have in U.S. A lot of my friends are electricians, and they buy from the surplus, and that's how I found out where to buy it. I asked my buddy as an electrician in the U.S. where should I go? He said, go get the Korean. Korean is the best, and if not, go get the Japan store. So I bought one from each, and they both work fine. Luckily, I've not used it because I didn't have to, but I was worried about if I had to use it or not. But just be aware that if you come to the Philippines, make sure you bring a transformer, or just make sure that it's wired. Excuse for the noise. I put it on pause and started back up again. He's up the street around the corner. But really just think about it when you're coming. Any kind of your tools, your drills, any kind of things that you're going to plug in. If you have buying electrical, well, if you buy something here, more than likely it has the dual switch. You can use it on 110 or the 220 or 240 volt. My solar system is 220 or 110. It does work on both. And my anything in my house does work on 110, 220. Even the new aircon I just bought works on the 110 or 220, so I can plug either or into that stand-up unit. And the same on the one in the bedroom I have, and the same I have up here in this house upstairs. I have an aircon, a window aircon here. If someone would want to stay here, they could have that. It's just a small house. I will do a video on this house and do that probably here in this next few weeks and let you see the house here. This is just an empty house that we had made. It's actually really a cute little house. This is Chicha's. We call this in our blessing house because we're blessed to have it. Now and as you can see, what I did also, see the lights there in the corner of the house. See that light up there in the very corner? I have lights throughout the property. It's just motion sensored lights. Then you walk by it at night, and it stays on about 2 minutes. I have them adjusted about 2 minutes. So when you walk by, there's like there's a switch on there. 3, you click it, and it will give you up to 2 minutes of you can walk and leave it on. And then I have it set down through here, so if you drive a car in or somebody comes in at night, I have them on the gate and I have them on the front. So at nighttime we have plenty of light here, and sometimes when they have brownouts, the people use my house as their light so they can see in phones and things like that. So, but I wanted to talk about this step up, step down transformer and electrical because a lot of people are having a problem with it. I'm on a channel and that question came up, and I happened to think, oh, I need to do a video on that because so many people have asked me in the past and I've never done one. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and please hit subscribe.